Welcome to another video. Hope everyone's doing alright and that. And welcome to the first model build in the new Man Lab. Absolutely fantastic. And today it's a bit of a step up for what I normally do, because we're going to be tackling this thing, the Revell F2007, the Kimi Räikkönen championship winning car. Absolutely fantastic. Like I say, it's a step up from what I normally do. But I thought, new room, new beginnings. Let's see how we get on with this one. So grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up. I'm going to play me jingle, get myself set up. We'll get it out of the box and we'll see how this one comes together. Right, the first model in the new room. Fantastic. Will it make a difference? We're about to find out. I'll leave a link in the description to my old model videos and that. Fantastic. They're on my other channel. You can see how I'm getting on, because I'm no professional model or anything. I like to say that now. Just having a go. I love it. I love it. I've done my first one about 6-7 months ago, after about 40 years of not doing one. And thought it was fantastic. So relaxing, so relaxing. But anyway, let's get stuck into this one. It's the Revell F2007 Kimi Räikkönen championship winning car. Fantastic. Let's get out of the box and see what we're dealing with. Right, what have we got? We've got our kit. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Got a safety leaflet, I think. It's in about 10 languages. It says safety advice, so we'll put that over there. And we've got the instruction book. Fantastic. I tell you what, decals are my nemesis. So this one's going to pose a right challenge, Fantastic. Right, let's have a look what we've got. We've got our instructions here. They're all on loose pages, so I'm going to have to make sure I'm going through it the right way. Let's do what parts on that. I think the box said 88 parts, so not too bad, not too bad. The driver's not included. That's alright, that's alright. Yeah, man. Got our instructions here. I'll be doing this over the next few days. I'm not going to rush on that. That was the whole point of getting this room set up and that. So I don't have to rush my way through it. I can leave it and start it when everything's dry and that properly. But yeah, man, fantastic, fantastic. So that's the instructions. We'll get rid of them for a minute. And here's the decals. Look at all of them. Whoa, that's going to be a challenge and a half, that, right? Absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to be using the airbrush. I'm going to be getting stuck in new products and that. I've got a couple of new things to try. Absolutely fantastic. So let's get the kit out and have a look. See what we're dealing with. I'm using a couple of camera angles today. It's all experimenting while I get used to being in this room and that. Fantastic. I've got the above one, which is my action camera. I've got one pointing towards us, the one I'm pointing at now. That's my main camera, my Pocket 3 and that. Absolute gem, that one. I've got this one, the old Pocket 2 from the side and that. I'll be experimenting as we go along and that. See which one works, which one doesn't. But it's fantastic, man. Fantastic. Right, I'm waffling. Let's get the bits out. So we've got our body and the glass in this one. Just bust these bags open a bit. Careful not to break anything off the screws. But we've got a glass bit there. We'll put that out of the way so we don't get any paint or anything on it. Our body, it's 19 centimeters long, so it's a good size model in that. Fantastic. We've got the grey bits, which is going to make the bulk of it up, I think, Got proper rubber tyres. Fantastic. I think the Airfix starter kits are just rock hard plastic tyres that you've got to try and paint. And it's a nightmare to paint them, like, nightmare. Yeah, this is all the parts. There's some small ones, like, some fantastically small ones. Right, my first job is to get over, give these a nice little wash down, and we'll set up to prime them. Absolutely fantastic. Right, first of all, we're just going to wash the parts down. I got this tip from the Airfix starter kits. They've got this like sheet of paper in it, telling you what to do with that. I'll tell you what, they're quite good, them, you know, quite good. But this is just a very light soap solution with warm water, and I'm just going to use a paintbrush. Just give them a little wipe over. I've learned my lesson from the past. I'm not going to try it go too heavy, because you end up breaking all the stuff off the sprees and that, off the sprues, whatever they're called. But I'm just going to rack them in here. I got this from a charity shop, just a dishwasher thing for 75 pence. But look at that, they fit in there, a treat, man. So I'm not going to try and pat them dry or anything, because I will end up with bits off the sprues, and there's 88 of them, so I'm going to try and keep them on the sprues as long as I can. Right, we're just about ready to go with the air priming. Fantastic. I thought I'd just show you the primer I'm using, because I've changed from the last couple of videos and that. I was using this stuff. It's Simmons grey plastic primer, but the fumes off this is incredible. It was choking us out. And now that I've got the airbrush on that, I thought I'd go for a non-toxic one. So I've gone for this one, a Valligino primer. It's a grey one. Again, it's non-toxic. I'll be opening the windows anyway. I've got a mask. It's not perfect, but it'll do for today and that. Got some gloves. Fantastic. Right, the model's just about dry behind us. Let's get it in and let's get this primer on. Right, I've had a good read of the instructions, and there's no thinning needed on this primer. I can just go straight into the gun. Yeah, man, fantastic. I've got a little bit of cardboard to test the gun out on. I say I've only used this twice. By once, this is the second time I'm using it. So we're going to fill this up with some of this grey primer. It's pretty thin. Perfect. I'll give the bottle a good shake. We'll stick the cap on. I'm using the big reservoir, is that what they're called? And yeah, man, let's see what this is all about. Like I said, I got a bit of card to test it on. See if it's coming through in that. That's perfect, that, you know, absolutely perfect. Don't know if you can see that, but it's a nice little thin layer looking. Fantastic. Right, we'll stick that in there, and we'll bring in our parts. Right, our parts are nice and dry now, like absolutely perfect, absolutely perfect. But my plan is to take them out of here, spray them and put them back in here, because this is working out quite good, this, like, quite a good find. So I'm going to stick that there, bring the parts in, give them a couple of light coats, then stick them in there to dry off. Well, here it goes. I'll start again with a little test run on this paper. Fantastic. Right, here we go. The smell is so much more improved as well. I can tell straight away. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to paint everything on the sprues and cut them off at the end. So I got myself a bit confused with my last model on that. So nice thin coats, a couple of them. Fantastic. It's quite hard to see where you've been with grey on grey, like. So it's very similar colours. Right, that can go in there and then just dry off. Absolutely fantastic. Right, you want to speed up and get the rest of it done. Right, I'm going to wait for this to dry, come back, give it another coat. And yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll sort the painting out. Fantastic, fantastic. Right, here we go, day 2 of the 2007 Formula 1 car build. Absolutely fantastic. I was reading the instructions last night and it's become quite apparent to us I'm not going to get this built in one video. It's just too big, it's too big. So my plan is to split it into 2. I'm going to do all the painting, or as much painting as I can in this video, get it ready to be assembled and that, and then the next video we'll put it together and we'll bring it in and we'll see what we've built. Fantastic. I've got a little video planned to stick in between them to buy myself a bit of time in that. I think you might find it a bit useful if you've got internet problems in your house. But fantastic. Right, let's swap to the overhead camera. We'll check the progress. And we'll start cracking on with this one. Right, before I start waving an airbrush around and pretending I know what I'm doing, we'll just have a look at our primer. Then we'll have a look at the instructions to see what we've got to do next. But look at that, it's gone down a treat. I'm really chuffed with that, you know. Absolutely fantastic. It's nice and thin. It's done exactly what it meant to. All the lines you can see on the car and that, mint. Even the racks, look at that. The sprues, perfect, perfect. Definitely a big step up from my last bit of priming and that. I was putting far too much on the last time and it was stopping the model going together properly. But we'll open this instruction book up and have a look. We've got all their paint codes there. I'm going to try and match them as closely as I can. I haven't exactly got their paints. I got myself this thing, a big starter kit from Amazon. It seemed to work on the last one. Hopefully it'll work on this one, but I'm going to match them as close as I can. I've got the main antagonists, red and black and silver and things like that. Fantastic. So basically my plan is to work through it, paint as much as I can in this one, and then the next video we'll start putting it together. I might have to glue some bits together. We'll see how we go. But I find this very, very hard to read, you know. There's too many arrows pointing, there's too much going on. I don't know if I can paint stuff off the model or paint it when I put it together. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. But I am using this thing, Scale Mates. I found it on the internet, absolutely fantastic. I haven't joined yet, but I'm going to, probably today. But this guy, Nick, he's done this model. And if you flick through the slides, look at that, fantastic. It's going to give us a proper reference point, something I can go back to. Like I say, this model was made in 2008. You would think they would have put colours in the instructions. I don't know if that's just because they want to make it more difficult or whatever, or more challenging. I don't know. I'm just a beginner. But yeah, this brown bit on the bottom here, I've got a bit of a brown from a Spitfire. I'm hoping it's a bit of a match. I might have to lighten it up a little bit. But fantastic. Right, I'm going to get the airbrush out, go into a hyperlapse, and we'll crack on and we'll paint as much as we can today. Fantastic. That's just about all the red done. Fantastic, but look at this. Check that out. Fantastic. Doesn't that look fantastic? It took a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you, it took a few hours, but fantastic. And these parts, I was spraying aimless parts. I didn't know which ones I had to use in that. I've took a few off the sprues, and they're for a different type of car. They've got 3 models. They've got a Brazilian model, a British model, and what was the other one? There's 3. An Italian model, a USA model, sorry. So I've gone for the British build, and I've took them off just to stop it confusing us. But I have painted a couple of bits the wrong colour. Them are meant to be brown, I think, or black or grey. But never mind, we'll redo them. But I stopped for about an hour, and I went through it, and I put all the colour codes on the sheet to sort of keep us right, because it was taking absolutely ages to figure out which ones from this. And checking out and going back, and so yeah, man, hopefully this is the way to go, like. But I'm going to have a nice clean down. I'm going to go straight into the next hyperlapse for the next few colours, the black, the silver and the grey. And fantastic. Let's see it come together. Mint. Right, that's it. All the painting's done, so it's a perfect time to bring this part of the video to a close. But we'll have a quick look at what I've done in that, because I tell you what, I'm over the moon with this stuff. Absolutely fantastic. I'll put my specs on so I can see what I'm doing. And yeah, man, check this out. I started with the red, and look at the body of the car. Isn't that fantastic? Hey, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, but I took my time. I cleaned down between colours and that. I did make a couple of mistakes. And the main one was this, the cockpit. I started painting it with a brush and it just started going all awry, you know. So I've stopped. I'm going to see if I can tidy it up a little bit. But hey, one mistake's not too bad. But look at all this, man. Absolutely fantastic. So in the next video, I'm going to be putting it together. And I'm going to be putting the decals on. I think we'll put them on as we go along. All these are little like carbon weave fibre things and that. But there's some of them absolutely minute. Look at them. Absolutely tiny. Absolutely tiny. Fantastic. What more can I say? We've done the silver with the acrylic pen. That come out absolutely fantastic. And the brown I used from a Spitfire model that I had months ago, and that fantastic. And it's come out all right. It's not perfect, not by a long chalk, like, but I think we're doing all right. So if you like the video, hit likes, hit subscribes and that. Do all the YouTubey stuff for us. Subscribe so you can see the next part if you want to see it and that. Absolutely fantastic. I've got a little one to come in between these two. And fantastic. So next time we'll build it, we'll put the stickers on. I might give it a little coat of varnish at the end to seal it all in and that. And fantastic. So have a great time, a great week. And I'll see you next time. Absolutely fantastic. See you in a bit.